नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधरा श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा राम राम हरे हरे. Okay, Hare Krishna, everybody. So let's continue. We stopped at ninth chapter, in the middle of ninth chapter, almost at the end of ninth chapter. So we were talking about the 5 ways that helps us keep away from Maya, right? Anyone remembers what are the 5 ways that Uddhava says to Krishna? Uddhava says 5 ways in which he can stay away from Maya. Anyone knows what are the 5 ways? It's all there on the screen. Anyone? Yes, Vinod Prabhu, you want to answer? So it is by using the ornaments used by the Lord, using the clothes worn by the Lord, smelling the flowers offered to the Lord, eating the prasadam or bhoga offered to the Lord, right? And the last one is the smelling the scent, right? The perfume that is offered to the Lord. These are the ways we can easily keep ourselves away from Maya, right? Smelling incense, flowers, everything. So this is what Uddhava says, and also one of the main thing we have to add to our daily sadhana is Bhakta Pada Dhuli Ara Bhakta Pada Jal Bhakta Bhukta Avashesha Tino Mahabil, right? So in Chaitanya Charitamrita it is said Bhakta Pada Dhuli. Bhakta Pada Dhuli is the dust taken from the lotus feet of a devotee, right? A pure devotee's lotus feet. When you take the dust, you have to every day, if possible, put it on your head, right? So that's why Prabhupada says every day in the morning, if not, throughout the day because of work and everything, at least in the morning we have to visit the temple for Mangalarati, right? Early morning Brahma Muhurtam. And so many devotees will be there, senior devotees will be there, right? You have to just offer Dandavat Pranam. When you offer Dandavat or Panchanga Pranam, what happens automatically, because your head is touching the ground, and dust is fallen on the ground, the dust from their lotus feet has fallen on the ground, it automatically goes on your head, right? So very important to offer Dandavat or bowing, offering obeisances. And to make it more simpler, Guru Maharaj's devotees actually distribute dust from Guru Maharaj's lotus feet, right? So much of dust they bring and they distribute. So they give all devotees, and we make it, packet, and we keep at home, and every day little we put it on our head. Then what happens? Unknowingly, knowingly, we commit offenses, right? All of them get nullified. All devotees, whatever offenses, even if we've committed to other devotees' lotus feet, if Guru Maharaj forgives, then they will be nullified, right? So powerful. And these things we can add to our sadhana. Okay, let's begin today's class. So now we will be focusing on worshipping the deity worship, right? Very important, touching the deity. So all of us might have photos at home, so we don't have to worry, right? Because we have photos, we don't have to worry. But those who have deities at home, right, like Gaurnitai deities or Narayan, Lakshmi Narayan deities, then we have to be very careful. We have to first be initiated. If you want to worship Lakshmi Narayan, you have to be initiated, right? And if you want to worship Radha Krishna deities, you have to be Brahmanic initiated. Second initiation should be taken. And if you want to worship Gaur Nitai, no need to even take initiation, right? They are dancing dolls. Prabhupada calls them dancing dolls. You can just keep them at home and chant Hare Krishna. They will be happy, right? So if you want to touch the deity for bathing, abhishekam and all that, first of all, if you've eaten something, you have to take bath, right? Then, so when you eat something, if you take bath, it's said that you are purified. How? You're taking bath for the body, no? Food is inside the body, no? How you'll get purified? Anyone?
When you take a bath, like your like your saliva, your all the remnants of the food are falling on your clothes, and that's what makes you contaminated, I think. And that's why you have to, take a shower so that and have like clean clothes, fresh clothes, everything fresh, and that makes you like more purified to do the seva.
Yeah, okay, that is the external purification. But acharyas say that when you take a bath, even internal purification happens. How? What is specialty of water? Anyone knows? Even science has proven this. Water
It
has,
cleans everything. It has a cleaning. It's a cleaning agent.
yeah, it has a cleaning agent. So water has two kinds of, cleaning ability. One is external or gross cleaning, okay, or gross element of cleaning. The other one is subtle cleaning. Water has two elements, gross element and subtle element. Gross element of the water cleans our external body, as Mataji said, no, the food particles stuck and everything will be cleansed. Now there is subtle particle of water which goes inside the body and cleans the subtle body. That is the mind, right? You've experienced when you take a bath, you feel relaxed. Say you're in some stress or something. When you take a bath, immediately you feel very relaxed. That to a cold water shower or whatever, you feel very relaxed, right? Because the subtle element is acting. Water cleans the mind, calms the mind, right? So that's why water is very powerful. And it is said that water, when you use water to take a bath, you become inside and outside clean, and you can enter kitchen for rajbhog preparations or anything, or you can also enter the altar and touch the deity, dress the deity, clean the deity, right? So no one is bad but should be cleansed, right? There are a lot of rules and regulations in temple, but at home, if you're worshipping, you have to be cleansed, right? So by taking bath and everything. Yeah, next, seeing the deity. Seeing the deity is also one of the very important items, and that also comes in deity worship only, right? If you see the deity, it is said you don't have to see Yamaraj. Every day if you take darshan. And the best time to take darshan is when? Anyone knows? Best time.
Mangaluru in the
Mangalarati,
morning.
right?
Brahma Muhurta.
Brahma Muhurta, okay. But why during Brahma Muhurta you have to take darshan?
It's more auspicious time because that's when you're more or more focused
Yeah. So
on
actually,
the
yeah.
duty. Yeah.
Because
Yes, it is.
Sattvagun is more the time, no?
Sattva guna is more. Yeah, very nice. Sattva guna is more than. That's it. So it is said that Krishna has just woke up, right? You put him to sleep, no, every day in the night. So in the previous night he'll be sleeping. Krishna has just woke up, and immediately after wakes up, he's nice in a good, nice smile he gives, no, and he with that smile he sees you. Can you imagine? He sees you like more than you seeing him. He sees you with a smile, right? And your entire day is going to become auspicious, right? And mostly, what you have to observe when you go to Mangalarti, you have to see the smile on the Krishna's lotus face. That is very, very important. He'll be smiling. In temple, no, devotees usually say when they previous day in the night they prepare Mangalarti bhoga. Okay, some sweet they prepare for next day morning Mangalarti. The previous night only they prepare, and they say that because Krishna ate this particular sweet, he's smiling today. So that kind of connection has to be built, and that smile is going to erase all the problems of our life. How many ever sins we have committed, no, from janmas and janmas, all of them just get washed away just with that one smile of Krishna, which you take darshan of during Brahma Muhurtam. Very, very important. And so then kriyate yamena na charcha, no seeing yama after leaving the body. Right? At least heaven is guaranteed. Right? Guaranteed. So human form of life is guaranteed, heaven is guaranteed, no hell, no suffering. Right? So observing aarti and celebration of the Lord, very, very important. That's the reason after Mangalarati also we have Bogarti, we have Shayanarti, we have Sandhyarti. Right? So if not possible, only Mangalarati is enough. But if possible, then even Shayanarti many of us can attend. Right? After office and after working hours. Right? That's why it's very, very important. And putting the Lord to sleep. Right? And all celebrations should be observed. We have to go to the temple. We have to make time, right? We have to somehow or the other. We have to make time and go to the temple. What are the benefits? You, even if you do Brahma Hatya, you'll be cleared from that sin, right? Excused from killing a Brahmana in the past. And birthday of Krishna, Ram Navami, Vaishnavas, we have to take fasting. We have to do the fasting, right? For Vaishnava's appearance and disappearance day, right? And we have to go to temple for Jhulan Yatra, Dhol Yatra, right? And even if Chandala sees all these celebrations and Rath Yatra, I mean, Aarti and everything, it's counted as associate of Vishnu. Can you imagine? Chandala is a dog eater, a person who eats the dog, lives in, crematorium, etc., etc. Those people, if they see, that's why Lord comes out once in a year, no? Jagannath Ratha Yatra we have. Once in a year, Lord comes out for this very purpose, to give darshan and deliver all the most fallen souls who cannot enter the temple. Such people are not allowed to enter because of the cleanliness issues, right? So even if so Krishna says, okay, I can deliver them by I can go and see them if they cannot enter the temple. And they go, Jagannath goes once in a year for Rath Yatra, and all of them see, take darshan. And that's how even a Chandala can become an associate of Vishnu. He can get mukti, he can go to Vaikunta, right? Then how? Then we can go, no? If a Chandala can go, we can also go, right? So even mystic yogis will be elevated to devotion service, right? So even mystic yogis will be elevated to devotion service. Okay, next. So we will go to chapter 10 now. Techniques of hearing and remembering Krishna. So Prabhupada is saying, with our lips, we should be chanting. With our ears, we should be hearing. And with our heart, we should be crying out for the Lord like a baby does for its mother. So this is called natural inclination. Vitrasur says, Ajata paksha iva mataram khaga stanyam yata vatsatarokshudartaha priyam priyam va vishitam vishanna mano aravindaksha didrakshate tvam. No, like how Ajata paksha, like small baby birds, how they keep longing for their mother, no, mother bird to come and feed them. Ivamataram khaga, only for mother they be longing. And stanyam yatha vatsataru, like how vatsa or the calves, right? Once the mother cows come from grazing, whole day they will go for grazing, no? So as soon as the mothers come, they will be waiting. When can I go and drink milk from my mother, right? So they'll be waiting, all the calves. Then Priyam Priyova, right? How wife at home will be waiting for husband to return, right? Like how Sita Mata was waiting when Ram sent her to forest. She was waiting for Ram. Or when she was kidnapped by Ravan, she was waiting, right? Krishna, Ram will come, Ram will come. Longingness, right? Crying out. That's called crying out for the Lord. Like a baby, how a baby does for its mother, right? So this is the ultimate goal. This is what we have to attain, right? With our lips, we have to be chanting. With our ears, we have to be hearing. With our heart, we have to be crying out, right? That service spirit has to be there. How to do that? This is the ultimate. There's nothing to achieve after you achieve this. Because if you come to this state, directly you'll go to Goloka. Krishna will personally come and take you to Goloka, right? But how to achieve that, right? That is discussed in chapter 10, where we talk about techniques for hearing and remembering the Lord. Okay, so this it's 43 to 46, right? The rules number 43 to 46. So 43, first main important technique is hearing. Hearing is essential if you want to remember. Hearing is the first step, right? It is said, Shravana Adi Shuddha Chitta Karyoday. Nitya Siddha Krishna Prema Sadhya Kabunai Shravana Adi Shuddha Chitta Karyoday. Right? Nitya Siddha Krishna Prema. Krishna Prema will happen. Sadhya Kabunai, right? You can achieve Krishna Prema by Shravana Adi Shuddha Chitta, by purification of heart. And the main element or the beginning process of purification is hearing. Without hearing, you can't do remembering, right? Very important to hear about the Lord. And Nama Shravan. So, what all do we hear? What all should we hear? There are levels, no? We all know. First is hearing the holy name of the Lord. First thing, that is what we are in, right? Our stage is in the holy name stage, hearing the holy name of the Lord. Then Nama, then Rupa. And Guna, right? Hearing the qualities of the Lord, and Leela Smaran or Leela Shravan, hearing the pastimes of the Lord. So Nama we have to hear, then you have to hear the qualities of the Lord, and then we have to hear the Charita or the pastimes of the Lord, Leelas of the Lord, right? And when you hear, even there is an instance, I forgot the name of the Acharya. I don't know if it's Bhaktivinoda Thakur or I'm not sure who it is. Once there was a person bitten by a snake, right? When this Acharya went and chanted the holy name, the snake came, returned, took the poison and went. Can you imagine? All the poison that the snake released, it took back and it went. And that person became all right, healthy, right? So that's the power. Not only that, when pastimes, Shravana, Bhagavatam was being recited under a tree, there was a big tree where a ghost was there, right? And everybody was scared that ghosts used to make noises and scare people. So they all went to Bhaktivinoda Thakur's house and they said, there is a ghost in this tree, we are not able to live peacefully, what to do? And they have actually tried all the methods. These ghosts, these people will come, no experts, they come with some leaves and all that, and they try to take away the ghost from some body or from some tree, no? Those, everything was tried, nothing worked. Actually, the ghost was very powerful. So they ran to Bhaktivinoda Thakur's house and they were like, what to do, then Bhaktivinoda Thakur was like, why are you worrying? Just arrange, for people to come and sit there under the tree and hear Bhagavatam. So he went personally, he did Bhagavata, he read out and gave a Bhagavatam discourse, and all people there sitting, gathering, heard Shravanam. And along with the people, ghost in the tree also started to hear. And I think 7th day or something, the ghost ran away from the tree. I mean, as in the ghost got delivered. Ghost took up rebirth, in definitely because of Bhagavat Shravan. The ghost would have taken a body of a devotee, right? A human form of life, and that too a devotee, right? An acharya can deliver even ghosts. That is the power. And where is the power coming from? Just by Krishna, Shravanam, right? Krishna's holy name, Krishna's pastimes, and Krishna's qualities, right? So this, when you continuously hear about the Lord, right, about the holy name of the Lord, pastimes of the Lord, qualities of the Lord, what happens? You will start relishing the nectar. You will taste the nectar, the sweetness, right? When you hear, even if it is the same pastime, say you are hearing about Krishna showing the universe in the mouth to Yashoda Mata. We all know this pastime. But say you're hearing it again and again. Even after hearing it multiple times, each time you hear it, the pastime becomes sweeter and sweeter. Can you imagine? That is the that is why Krishna is on the absolute platform, right? There is nothing called boredom. It never gets bored. You never get bored, and nothing seems like you already know it. How many ever times you hear, you will get the nectar. It just multiplies. One gopi goes and tells 100 people in Vrindavan what Krishna did this morning. Same thing she will be going and telling to each person. Whomever she sees, she will say, you know what Krishna did this morning? He did this. He came to my house. It was hung on top. Still he climbed and he took the butter pot. She will tell the same thing to 100 people. She will never get tired. And even if she repeats, goes and tells to the same person, that person never gets bored. He'll be like, every time she goes and tells, he'll be like, oh, is it? Oh, is it? right? Because that's the nectar, that's the sweetness getting, in the heart, it's getting filled. Right? And so it gives youthfulness. So devotee never ages. Ayurharati Vaipumsan Vidyan Astam Chayannasau Tasyate Yat Kshano Nita Uttama Shloka Vartai. Ayurharati Vaipumsan, right? The Udyan Astam Chayannasau, the setting and the rising and the setting sun when the sun rises and sets, one day is over, no? So one day of our life is gone. But for devotees, the rising and setting of the sun can never take away any of those days or any time. Time never impacts for a devotee, right? So that means devotee never dies. Is that so? If there's no time acting on a devotee, it means devotee will not die, no? Yeah? Anyone knows? Yes, Prabhu?
Actually, devotee don't die now. They leave their body only.
They leave their body and do what? They go to Goloka, right? So, devotee doesn't die. Death means transmigration should happen. That migration is not happening, no, for a devotee. When they leave their body, they are not going into another body. Transmigration, if it happens, only then it's called death. Otherwise, it's not called death. And in case of a devotee, what is happening? They leave their body and go straight to Goloka or Vaikunta according to their bhava of service. They go either to Goloka or Vaikunta and they become eternal servitors of the Lord there. Can you imagine? Right? And when you do Guna Leela, Guna Shravan, right? When you hear the qualities of the Lord, it will kill all inauspiciousness in the heart, right? When Shukadeva Goswami was initially a monist, right? But he heard the internal qualities of the Lord. Aho bakiyam stanakala kotam, right? He heard the quality where he heard that Krishna, when Putana gave poison to Krishna, Krishna accepted her and gave her a position of eternal mother in Goloka. Then he was like completely stunned. That transformation in the heart happened. All the impersonal, what he had, no, in the heart for impersonal realization of the Lord, that got killed completely, and he started to become a pure devotee of the personal form of the Lord. Right? All the anarthas in our minds and hearts, no, that gets cleansed just by hearing Shinvatam Swakata Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtanam. Vidyantasto hi abhadrani vidunoti suhrit satam. Right? Suhrit satam. We all start becoming good in our heart. In the heart, change starts happening. Right? And that is only by hearing process. But we have to make sure offenses are not going to happen. Because when you do offenses, and side by side when you are doing hearing, chanting and all that, it will not act because of the offenses. Right? So holy name, 10 offenses we discussed already in the last class. We have to be extremely careful of these 10 offenses. Then next we have about expecting the Lord's mercy. We have to expect. Sometimes we say, no, we shouldn't expect anything from the Lord. All right? But here we have to expect for the mercy. We have to cry for the mercy. Every day we have to go in front of the Lord and cry. That's why in the previous class we discussed about prayers. Right? We have to offer prayers to the Lord. Why? Because prayers will help us seek the mercy of the Lord. Only when we get mercy, we can guard ourselves against offenses. Otherwise, we are incapable. No, what are we actually? We have nothing in our control. We are not powerful like the Lord, right? So we tend to fall down back in the pool of Maya, and we commit offenses, or we know we are committing offenses sometimes, but unwillfully we are committing offenses, right? Unwillingly, because of Rajoguna Tamoguna. Kama Esha, Krodha Esha, Rajoguna Samadbhavaha, Krishna says. When Arjuna asks, why are we unwillingly committing offense? Sometimes we forcefully commit offense and we know we are committing offense, but still we cannot stop or refrain from it. Why does this happen? Krishna says, Kama Esha, Krodha Esha, Rajoguna Samadbhavaha. Because of the mode of passion, right? What happens because of the mode of passion? Kama and Krodha comes in the heart. Lust. When lust means something you want badly, right? You want something badly. When that gets fulfilled, it will turn into greed, right? You want something and you got it, you want more of it. It turns into greed. And if it doesn't get fulfilled, it will turn into krodha or anger, right? Because you've not gotten it, right? So lust, sometimes we feel, okay, I just want this. If I get it, I will feel normal and I'll be peaceful. No, the side effect is it becomes transformed into greed, right? So that's why that happens because of Rajoguna. We are in the modes of material nature, right? So all these things go just by crying in front of the Lord and begging the mercy, right? Not directly to Krishna. We have to pray to Prabhupada, Acharyas first, then Panchatattvas, then Radharani. Krishna will not give mercy. Radharani will give mercy, right? So then what happens? We will get the strength to stop ourselves from committing offenses and just focus on pure, Shravanam. With that comes remembrance. So remembrance is the third step. Before that, Shravanam and mercy has to be there. Only then, Ante Narayana Smriti will happen. Otherwise, remembrance will not happen. It's not at all easy, right? And then, after remembrance becomes Samadhi or meditation, right? When Parikshit Maharaj was hearing Shukadeva Goswami, right? And he was cursed, no? In 7 days he has to leave the world, right? So, did really the snake come and bite Parikshit Maharaj? Yes.
Just came and bite, but before that he took samadhi.
Yeah. The snake actually bit the dead body of Parikshit Maharaj. Already Parikshit Maharaj had left in Samadhi. Deep meditation, it's called. Deep meditation. Intense meditation where your sense organs do not work externally. You will not be able to hear anyone. You'll not be able to see anything. Your tongue doesn't taste anything. Your body, the skin doesn't feel the touch, right? Your external organs are stopped. So that's why if doctors go and see, they will think, okay, they are dead. But they are not dead. They are in samadhi. They are in samadhi state. Like anyone knows what did Prahlad Maharaj become after he left the body in Satya Yuga? In Kali Yuga, what did he become? He came down in Kali Yuga as what? No one knows. So it's he's come down in the form of Raghavendra Swami, right? They follow Sri Sampradaya, no, Madhva Sampradaya, right? Madhva Sampradaya. So he is Raghavendra Swami, and in Karnataka there is his Samadhi, okay? And there it seems that he told his disciples when he will be going into that Samadhi or trance, and he told, build the Samadhi in this way only. It's in the form of Tulsi, right? Tulsi Vrindavan form, where he is sitting inside and he is not left the body yet. On top, there is one big stone Samadhi built. It's built of stone. He is there inside, but he doesn't leave the world. So Prahlad Maharaj asks Narsimadev in Bhagavatam, it's given that I want to deliver everybody, right? If their sins are coming in the way, then I will take all of their sins. I will take all of their sins. But you please deliver, take everybody back home, back to Godhead. Until everybody goes back home, back to Godhead, I will not leave. I will not leave the material world. That is the reason he is come in the form of Raghavendra Swami, and so many people go there, and take his darshan, and he awards everybody Krishna Prema. Right? Can you imagine? But you have to ask for it. Otherwise, he will not give, no? So that is the reason he's still alive. Otherwise, he would have gone back long ago. Right? This is called Samadhi stage, where you are it is unshaken. You're just constantly thinking about the Lord, constantly remembering his leelas, pastimes. You might even be participating in the pastimes. That is Samadhi stage, right? You are still in the material world, but you are not in the material world. Okay, that's a beautiful stage, and that easily a devotee gets just by doing Shravanam, Kirtanam, remembering, right? And Smaranam. Now, hearing, so Nama Shravan, Leela Shravan, Guna Shravanam, right? These three things, it's just summarization. And expecting Lord's mercy. How do you expect? You have to practice Krishna consciousness in adverse situations, right? For that only you have to cry in front of the Lord. Because when something happens in our life, say some challenge comes, you'll forget. You will not chant. You'll be like, oh no. Say, Forget about any problem. A simple fever comes, we will not wake up early in the morning for Brahma Muhurtam. We will not sit and chant. We will not attend Mangalarati. Right? And it's okay. At least on the bed you sleep and chant. That is allowed. No? So we have to practice Krishna consciousness in adverse situations. Then mercy of the Lord becomes your birthright. Tattenukampam shushamikshamaano bhunjano evatmakritam vipakam. Hridvagvapurbir namaste jive sayo mukti pade sadaya bhak. Right? Tattenukampam, just expecting Lord's mercy, you have to live your life. Bhunjano evatmakritam vipakam. Atmakritam vipakam. All the adverse situations or challenges, problems are coming into my life because I have done something wrong in my previous life. Karma coming back, right? So a devotee should understand that evatmakritam, it's atmakritam vipakam. I have done it myself, so I'm facing the reactions. You have to accept these reactions as mercy. A devotee considers big, any problem that comes to a devotee considers this problem had to be actually big, but because it's Krishna's mercy, Krishna shrunk it. He made it very, very small for me to face. Can you imagine? That's how, Parikshit Maharaj was thinking. It had to be actually big, but Krishna made it very, light and nice, simple for me, where he gave me association and he gave me 7 days time also to die. Actually, death is a big problem, but he is saying Krishna made it small. Right? That is the attitude of a devotee, and repeatedly offering obeisances within Hrid Vag Vapur. Right? Hrid means by heart you have to offer obeisances. Vag by Vacha, that is words you have to offer, and Vapur by your body, through your bodily activities you have to serve the Lord. Right? In that way, Lord's mercy becomes your birthright. Jive sayo mukti padesa daya bhak. Birthright it becomes. He has to show mercy. Right? Remembrance and meditation, we already saw. Nama, Rupa, Guna, Leela. So you have to meditate on Rupa. Alright? That is limb by limb meditation. Even Shukadeva Goswami explains, no, in first chapter of second canto, right? Where he says, every limb of the Lord you have to meditate. If you want to get into meditation path, then every limb, starting with the feet, lotus feet of the Lord, till his lotus face, limb by limb you have to meditate, right? That is meditating on the form of the Lord. Next, guna, or the qualities of the Lord. Then krida, or the pastimes of the Lord. Then seva dhyanam, right? What service can I do? That also you have to meditate. If you're doing any service, you have to be completely absorbed in it, right? That is seva smaran or seva dhyana, right? Then now techniques for remembering in detail. Okay, so here it's given that sufferings can be transformed into an opportunity for sadhana bhakti. Can you imagine techniques? All the sufferings you get, you can transform. Any example where a devotee transformed the suffering or the problems they had in their life into an opportunity to attain pure devotion service? Any examples?
I do have one example.
Yes.
So, like, I always find the need to like prove myself, like, like, no, this is the right thing. I'm doing or saying the right thing or whatever. And when somebody comes up and be like, or even like Guru Maharaj or anyone was to say, no, if they're like chastising you or correcting you, like it's not the right way to do this, or what you're doing is wrong, or like you need to think in this way, to help you think in Krishna conscious way. So because of the false ego, because of the pride that you have, it teaches you a lot about tolerance, to tolerate and also to overcome, to battle that false ego. That's what I think. So this is like a good way to, improve yourself in your sadhana bhakti.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much. That's a very nice realization. No, all of us face this sometimes, right? So that how we convert that into tolerance or acceptance as Krishna's mercy. Because if you have to be corrected, that is again mercy. Not everybody gets that chance to be getting corrected by someone constantly, right? So they are moving into a good path. So from Shastras, any examples? We just discussed one from Shastras who changed their problems into opportunity.
Mataji, Prabhupada, the factory got was burned, no? So after that only he could go to the Western world and preach Krishna consciousness, no? So
Very
that
nice.
can be always suffering which converted into opportunity.
Yeah, very nice. Haribol. Right? So that is one very nice example. Otherwise, he wouldn't have, he would have stayed in the house only. Right? Hey, everything is going well. I will stay here only. So Krishna wanted to cut off that bond. Any other examples?
Dhruva Maharaj.
Yeah, Dhruva Maharaj, the insult by the stepmother. No, that became an opportunity and he saw the Lord face to face. Can you imagine? Parikshit Maharaj, the curse became a blessing, right? It was not a curse, it became blessing in disguise. So for a devotee, right, whatever happens is actually Krishna's personal intervention. How do you know this? Whether it's karma, all teachers say, tell us that actually Bhagavad Gita are actually, instructions given to you. Like how Krishna personally guided Arjuna, he is personally guiding you. But we all get a question. Is it our karma coming back or is it Krishna's, personal intervention? Is it Krishna's guidance, right? When problems come in our life. You will not know what step to take to face that problem, right? So this is what is explained by Parikshit Maharaj case, right? Whether it's karma or Krishna's personal intervention. What you do after a problem comes decides whether it was karma or Krishna's personal intervention. And for a devotee, it's always Krishna's personal intervention because even if they get a karma, any kind of karma, with that they again serve the Lord, right? So if you're serving the Lord out of problem, if the consequence of the problem is service to the Lord, then it is actually Krishna's blessing. If you're not serving the Lord, if you're turning away from the Lord, then it is actually Maya acting. That means your karma acting, right? So it is in your hand again, right? Whether you want to transform what is happening in your life into Maya or Krishna's personal intervention. You want to make it a blessing or you want to just suffer, accepting it as Maya's gift, right? So that is according to your desire. What you do after you get a problem. Parikshit Maharaj utilized it. No, he proved and he heard Srimad Bhagavatam and he questioned, he inquired, what is a person's duty, primary duty, a dying person's primary duty, he asked, right? And that's when Shukadeva Goswami appears in the gathering and he starts to narrate Srimad Bhagavatam, right? So if he can do it, gaining that inspiration, we all have to follow in the footsteps of our senior devotees. We also have to do it, right? So here, accepts as mercy, knowing deserves more. Yeah, this is what we told. Krishna made it small. Actually, I deserve more problem, but Krishna made it small. Repeatedly offer prayers in mind while undergoing the sinful reactions. Hridvag vapurbir vidadan namaste. Right? This is the right attitude of facing the suffering. Right? And then what happens? Because you're offering devotion service while facing the problem, it is actually not a problem, it is actually a blessing in disguise. And remembrance, to think of Krishna in general ways, eligible for all kinds of auspiciousness, right? And then next we have becomes freed from sinful reactions, right? In Padma Puran it's given, when we remember about Krishna, smartavyam satatam vishnum vismartavyam na jatachat. You have to always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna. Then meditation, deeper than remembrance. This is more like samadhi, a deep, detailed contemplation happening. So this also happens in the 4 ways, Nama, Rupa, Guna, Leela. I mean, Rupa, Guna, pastimes and Seva, service to the Lord. Right? And then, this is a very nice meditation puja happening. Anyone knows this South Indian Brahmana story? Anyone can narrate?
He don't know how to read the Bhagavad Gita, and he was crying by seeing the picture of the...
That is different South Indian Brahmana. This Brahmana burnt his fingers.
He was he had like wish of offering some cooking something, but he has no any arrangement. So mentally he closed his eyes. Mentally he was cooking.
Yeah.
And he offered the bhoga to Lord.
Yeah, very nice. So we discussed deity worship, right? Where rules and regulations are there. You have to touch the deity and bathe the deity, see the deity, etc., etc. Say you don't have the facility. Say you don't have anyone to take constant care, so you cannot have deities, you can only have photos at home. Then what to do? Right? There is a way for such people also, there is a way that is called Manasa Puja or mental worship, right? Meditative worship. So that's exactly what the South Indian Brahmana was doing. He was not very rich and he was, he had a small hut and he did not have enough people at home. So what happened? He wanted to, but still he wanted to do deity worship, strong desire. So what he did, every day he used to take bath in the river, holy river, come sit on the banks of the river, sit, close his eyes and, mentally start visualizing. It's called creative visualization. No, today we have all these techniques. So same thing he did. He visualized a, deity, a big altar, with the pitham or the seat of the Lord is full gold and it's made of diamonds and everything, right? And he's for bathing the deities, he's going and invoking all the rivers, Ganga, Yamuna. He's visualizing all this. He's going to Yamuna and getting water from in golden pots, right? Can you imagine platinum pots and all that? And then he's bathing with the everything, with honey, milk and everything, all kept in golden pots, everything. Such an opulent worship. He's just mentally visualizing all this because he doesn't have money to do all this physically, right? And then when he progresses to the bhog offering part, he's visualizing himself cooking kheer, okay, sweet rice. And it's done with hot milk and ghee and rice and everything. So now he wants to add sugar, okay, and he wants to mix, right, and see if it is all nice, right, to offer. Now when he wants to offer, it is hot. He can't offer to the Lord directly like that. It has to cool down, no? So to check whether it's cooled down or not, he puts his fingers into the kheer, right? This is all in the mental visualization process. But when he lifts his hand to put the in finger into the kheer to check if it's hot or cold, actually his hands get burned. Actually, in reality, his fingers will be burnt. Then he wakes up from the meditation. Immediately he opens his eyes and he's like, what? And he sees his finger, it's actually burnt. It's become red color, right? And then he looks around and what he sees a Vaikunta airplane standing right there, and Vishnudutas are there calling him. They are saying, Lord Vishnu is asking you to come to Vaikunta, come fast. Can you imagine? So this is to prove that seva, service if you want to offer, meditation, manasa seva, if you can't offer, physical seva due to so many constraints, at least mentally you can do and it will give you the same benefit, same result, right? And Manasa Puja does not have limitations. You can imagine to any extent, right? You can, gold studded dress, everything you can visualize, right? So show that kind of, in your meditation, you can show all your heart out, all the love you have for the Lord. You can show and offer so much of love and opulence to the Lord, right? So Manasa Puja has the same effect. So many of us regret actually, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that. No, everything is possible. Krishna has made way for everything. Krishna facilitates. Paramatma is sitting in our heart for that one very reason, to facilitate and satisfy the desires of all the devotees, even non-devotees. Alright? So this is summary. We will quickly begin with the next chapter and then we will continue and finish it tomorrow. So now, all of you, any questions or any doubts?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes, Prabhu.
Mataji, how do we know that the sufferings are due to Krishna's mercy or it is due to our past deed?
That's what I told you. Know what you do after you get that suffering is what the gives the answer. What you do after that suffering comes. Like in the case of Parikshit Maharaj, he actually heard Srimad Bhagavatam and went back to Goloka. Right? Because Bhagavatam had to come to this world, Krishna created that moment where he had to get cursed. Right? So if you have some suffering in your life, what are you doing when you have that suffering? What are you doing? That matters. See, when say you are there was one devotee, there is one devotee, and he's an initiated devotee, and he got stroke. He got bedridden, right? And all his life he had one regret. He's a business magnate. He doesn't get time to read. Not even one page every day he doesn't get time to read at all. He'll be hearing here and there little from lectures and that and this. Now when he got stroke, everybody cried in his family. Oh, what to do? He got stroke and that and this and all. Right? But he was very happy. Why? Because he was like, Krishna understood my problem and he gave me so much time to read. Can you imagine? Hand stroke is what he got, right? So every day he gets, lot of time. Every day bed rest, no. So he wakes up on the bed itself. He starts reading, right? So this is what I'm trying to say. That what you do when you get that problem. So it's Krishna's mercy, no, for him because he transformed the stroke into devotion service. So what you do after you get the problem decides. Was that clear, Prabhu?
Yes, Mataji. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna, thank you. Okay, let's begin now. 11th chapter. 1 second. So 11 to 13 chapter is together. We will continue to learn about Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti, where we'll continue to learn about these rules, okay? This is just summary. We will skip this. What about your OBS? All of you are ready with your OBS? Tomorrow is a submission, no? Hare Krishna. All forgot about OBA.
No, Mataji. We haven't forgot.
Okay, please do submit it tomorrow. Right? Yeah, so aspects of transcendental service. So we will learn
Hare
about...
Krishna Mataji.
Yes, Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Are we not doing chapter 10? I think we finished chapter 9, right?
We finished chapter 10. Chapter 9 is what we started with. The end of chapter
Oh, so
9.
it was together.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
9 and 10 was together. I think 8, 9, 10 was together. I'm not sure. Now we will be moving into chapter 11, where we talk about the aspects of transcendental service. This is 47th item, 47th rule to 53rd rule. So next is servitorship or dasyam. Who is that one main example who performed devotional service in servitorship?
Hanuman, Mataji Hanuman.
Hanuman, very nice. And then who is that devotee who performed devotional service in all the 5 rasas? Shanta Dasi, Sakhya, Vatsalya, Madhurya, all the 5 rasas.
Balaram.
Very nice, Balram. How did he serve in all the 5 rasas? Yes, in Shanta Bhav, how did he serve? By becoming the bed. He's Anantashesh, no? Balram is none other than Anantashesh. Krishna sleeps on Anantashesh. So he became the bed. So in the form of bed, he becomes, he serves in Shanta Bhav. And not only that, the ornaments of the Lord, right, the clothes of the Lord, all that is Balram, serving in Shantaras, right? Then Dasya. How did he serve in Dasya Bhav to Balram, Krishna?
In the form of Lakshmana.
Huh?
Lakshman.
Ram Lakshman.
Okay, Lakshman. And even in Krishna Leela, when Krishna was tired of making the cows graze and all, he used to massage the feet, right? So Lakshman is a very nice answer. Even Balram used to serve. And then Shantadasya Vatsalya. Sakya. How did he serve in Sakya? He used to play, no? He used to play with Krishna.
Yes.
Right? As cowherd boys, with other cowherd boys, he also used to play. So in Sakya Bhav, he used to serve. Then in Vatsalya Bhav, how?
He used to guide Krishna.
Yeah, as an elder brother, it's a duty, no, to guide the younger brother. So he used to guide him and help him. Then in Madhurya, how? So Balram expanded himself into a gopi called Ananga Manjari and participated in the Rasa Leela with Krishna. He danced with Krishna in the form of a gopi, and that's how he served Krishna even in Madhurya Bhav, Madhurya Leela. Right? So Balram is an example.
Mataji, gopi's name is?
Ananga Manjari. Ananga.
Ananta?
Ananga Manjari.
Ananga Manjari. Thank you,
Yeah,
Mataji.
so he became a gopi and danced with Krishna in Rasalila, right? So these are the 5 ways, most important ways of Shantadasya, Sakya, Vatsalya, Madhurya. And from 47 to 53, mainly we will be discussing about servitorship, friendship, surrendering, Atma Nivedanam, and offering a favorite article to Krishna. Right? So in servitorship, there are 3 ways. One is Karmarpanam, where you are offering, it's Nishkama Bhakti Yoga, right? What Karma Yoga Krishna teaches in Bhagavad Gita. That is also Dasya Bhav only. You are offering the results of your activities or the fruits of your activities, Nishkama Karma Yoga, to the Lord, right? And then there is another way, that is Kainkaryam, right? Kainkaryam is identifying yourself as a servant of the Lord, like Hanuman. No, Hanuman voluntarily admitted himself as the servant of the Lord Ram at his lotus feet. Right? That is Kainkaryam. So Kainkaryam is higher to the Karmarpanam. Right? Because in Kainkaryam, you are becoming the servant. Right? You follow only what Krishna orders you to do. But in Karmarpanam, you do what you want and you offer the results to the Lord. Like going to our office. We are all working, we are doing what job we want, but we are just giving the results to the Lord, right? So that is karmarpanam or nishkama karma yoga, right? And so the karma in itself becomes bhakti. Karmanyeva adhikaraste mapaleshu kadachana. That is what we are following in karma yoga or karma arpanam. That is also a kind of servitorship, right? And this is not a practice of pure devotional service or sadhana, because we are just doing what we want to do, and at the end result, little we are giving for Krishna, right? And then next is the 9 main activities of devotees, right? What are the 9 main activities?
Sravana Kirtanam Samaranam.
Yeah, the 9 processes of devotional service, right? Those are the Navavidha Bhakti. So in Karmarpanam, we do Navavidha Bhakti along with doing our karma. That's why it's not considered pure devotion service, right? Because we have not given up our Sakama karma or whatever we are doing, right? Not own property, but what Krishna desires. This is pure devotion service, right? Next, we have a higher level, that is Kainkaryam, where we are admitting voluntarily as servant of the Lord. This is deeper concentration in the mode of servitude. Right? Esha yasya, iha yasya harirdasya karmana manasagira nikileshvapi avastasu jivan muktasa uchyate. So in this state, what happens? Iha yasya harirdasya. Right? While being in the same material world, if you constantly do devotional service, haridasya, in the mode of servitorship, in the mood of servitude, what happens? Nikhileshwapi avastasu, in your present body itself, you become a liberated soul. Right? Like Guru Maharaj is an example, best example. Whole body is under medication, right? His even hands are always having some injections and everything. But he's a liberated soul. He never gets the pain. He never feels the pain. He's always in happy, ecstatic mood. Right? That is called liberated stage. Even in the material world, this can be achieved by doing kainkaryam. Right? Very important. And next we will be talking about, offering favorite article. We discussed here, no? What do you mean by offering favorite article? What does that mean? Is it like you give something to Krishna and that's it? You will quit, you will renounce that object forever? Is that the meaning?
Is it to give up your desire, your to give up your own desire and to work to please the desires of Krishna?
Yes. So this is called offering a favorite article out of your work. It's called Nijapriya. Nijapriya means, say you are a
Hare Krishna.
right? Hare Krishna. Am I audible?
You're breaking up. We couldn't hear you.
Okay, I was just mentioning offering your favorite article means it's called Nijapriya. Sanskrit term is Nijapriya. Whatever work you're doing, right? Say you're a writer, right? So you write something for Krishna. Say you're a poet, right? Instead, say your profession is to compose poets on some materialistic topics. You compose a poem separately for Krishna. Out of your profession, you should do something for Krishna and offer. That is called offering your favorite article. Best thing, right? Not just a profession, anything, right? Best thing that is very, very pleasing to you, very, very favorite for you, that you offer to the Lord. And it doesn't mean giving up or renouncing. You offer, whether maybe your favorite fruit is strawberry, you offer to the Lord and you have it as prasadam, right? So anything that is best you feel, you want to offer to the Lord, Nija Priya, whatever is your favorite, Priya, right? That is called offering your favorite article and taking it back as prasadam, right? And friendship is very, very important. Prabhupada writes in one of the purports that the best way you can offer Sakya Bhav is how? The best way you can offer do some service in Sakya Bhav is how? By preaching. That's what Prabhupada says, by preaching. When you preach Bhagavad Gita to others, when you preach the knowledge of Krishna consciousness to others, you are actually acting in the highest position as a friend of the Lord. Can you imagine? Right? So that's what Prabhupada writes in one of the purports. Very, very important. Right? So Sakya Bhav, devotional service in friendship. And next, surrendering. Surrendering is Atma Nivedanam. We all know the example of Bali Maharaj, right? So surrender can be done in three ways. Right? Self-surrender, soul and self-surrender, and body and self-surrender. Right? So these are the three ways regarding complete self-surrender. Right? So these examples you can always read from the book, right? Complete self-surrender is exhibited by Bali Maharaj, right? Everything what he had, right? Including his own body, right? He gave to the Vamanadev. Then he's called, he gets the, in fact, if you do that kind of Atma Nivedanam, when you go to Vaikunta after leaving the body, you'll get Shasti Mukti, equal opulence as that of the Lord, right? That's very, very important. So it also, complete self-surrender involves mind and body surrender. Mind also should be surrendered to the Lord, right? That's very, very important. And this Gopi Geet, no? In Gopi Geet, Gopis say, Ashulka Dasika. We are acting as your maid servants, Ashulka, but without any payment. You're not paying us. right? And that is called complete self-surrender, where the mind and body is also offered to the Lord, right? And to pay them, what did Krishna do? How did gopis get paid for all that they did for Krishna? Any idea? Yes. How did Krishna repay the gopis? He came as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji, I don't know if it's just me, but I cannot hear you. You're not audible to me.
I'm not audible? Is everybody facing the same issue?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, am I audible?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Mataji, check your internet connection. Maybe there's an issue. So he came as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and took sannyas, left his wife, young wife, and an old mother, helpless
Hare Krishna.
mother and wife at home, and took sannyas and went and went for preaching, right? Same way gopis also did the same thing. No, they also left their husbands and served the Lord. And without payment, no, so Krishna gave them, repaid in this way. Okay, now these we will check in the next class. Okay, tomorrow we will finish this. Hare Krishna, any questions, any doubts, anyone? Any doubts? No questions? Okay, then we can end.
Yeah.
Thank you all for joining. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Antakoti Vaishnavinda ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.